go through all the pistols in CSGO. So we start with the default T-side pistol, which is the Glock. The Glock has the least damage of all the pistols. It takes 8 shots to kill an enemy with armor up close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and 2 shots in the head close up if they have helmet, and 3 shots if they're further away. Without armor, it's a 1 shot close up and 2 shots far away. And yeah, so that's the Glock. Glock also has a burst fire mode that you can use to get 3 shots off at once. But the burst fire mode is quite hard to control. Okay, this is without controlling for recoil. Yeah, so the first 2 bullets go away your crosshairs and then 1 bullet flies up. So maybe you could pull down really quickly. There you go, something like that. But up close, the burst fire mode can potentially be useful. Yeah. Oh my god, look at this, I can't even hit them with the burst fire. Okay, the CT side default pistol is the USP or the P2000. The USP has less ammo, but has better recoil. And better recoil just means that the bullets stay closer to your crosshair when you shoot quickly. It is 2 shots to the head up close and 2 shots far away with helmet. Without helmet, it is 1 shot anywhere. Yep. The P2000 is like the USP in terms of damage, but it has more ammo and 1 more bullet in the magazine. So it's the same in terms of damage, but it has a slightly worse recoil than the USP. So that's the P250, and we get the USP. Yeah, so firing fast, you're gonna have an easier time with the USP than the P2000, but to make up for that, the P2000 is more accurate at long range compared to the USP. Okay, 1 step up from the default pistols is the P250, which is actually more inaccurate than the default pistols, and it takes 2 shots to kill up close and further away, but it does more armor penetration, so it takes 6 or 5. It takes 5 shots to the chest to kill, whereas the CT side pistols will take 7, I think. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's 1 bullet less to kill in the stomach with the P250. 1 step up from the P250 is the 5.7 for the CT, which is a 1-shot kill close to medium range with helmet. So around here, this will be 1 shot. Okay, that's 2 shot and 2 shot kills. Yeah. So the P2, the 5.7 does more damage than the P250. P250 does more damage than the default pistol. The T-side equivalent to the 5.7 is the Tech-9, which also 1-hit headshots, but has worse recoil than the 5.7. So is the recoil for the 5.7 is the recoil. That was the recoil for the Tech-9. This is the recoil for the 5.7. Yep. But you may have noticed the difference is that the Tech-9 shoots faster than the 5.7. So whereas the 5.7 goes, yep, the 5.7 shoots slower, but it's more accurate. Whereas the Tech-9 shoots faster, but the recoil pattern is harder to control. Yeah. Both teams have alternatives to their big guns, supposed to say. So instead of taking a 5.7 or the Tech-9, the Ts and CTs could choose to take the CZ, which is the only automatic pistol in the game. So if you hold down your fire button, the CZ will let on a full spray, like so. And compared to the Tech-9, it's much faster. Is it much faster? Slightly faster, I would suppose. The pros of using the Tech-9 is that it just melts people up close. But the drawback is that you don't get the one-hit headshot that you get with, let's say, the Tech-9 or the 5.7 up close. So one step up from these guns is the Deagle, which is this gun, which does the most damage of all the pistols, the second most damage out of all the pistols. It does 3 shots to the chest to kill, 2 shots to the stomach close up, and 1 shot in the head at any distance. Yeah. The drawback to using the Deagle is that it has a long cooldown. To say the accuracy has a long cooldown, so if you fire the Deagle fast, you're gonna get an uncontrollable spray pattern. So the Deagle is best used for its one tap capability at any range. Yeah, the pistol that does the most damage is the revolver, but it's quite clunky to use. There's a charge up period before it fires, so if you hold down the fire button, it takes 0.4 seconds before the shot is fired. So if you want to get good with the revolver, you got to get the timing down. The revolver does the most damage because it 2 hits at any distance. Yeah. And 1 hits to the head, just like the Deagle. If you right click with the revolver, you can fire immediately, but the shot is inaccurate. So it can be useful when you hit your first shot up close and you need to get the second shot in quick. You can left click and right click to hopefully get the second shot in. So most people use the Deagle because the revolver is actually quite hard to control. It's quite hard to get used to the delay between pressing the fire button and the shot going off. So most people tend to use the Deagle. So apart from these guns, there's the Duro Berettas, which is sort of an in-between CZ and the P250. So it has a high fire rate, but it has a controllable spray. So the spray goes up and then that's the left and right at the apex of the spray. So with enough practice, you can actually learn the spray for the Berettas and get headshots while spraying. So yeah, that's all the pistols in CSGO. Hope you learned something, and thanks. Bye.